What's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy. Tonight's in the bed, and we're back with another one. Alright, what are the Brooklyn Nets doing now? And a lot of people are not confused about it, but are like up in arms about it because a lot of people are saying that the Brooklyn Nets are doing too much. Like, they went and got James Harden. Then, look, the Brooklyn Nets have been on fire since James Harden been there. I think since they got James Harden, I think they played, 27, 28 games, and they only lost like 6 or 7 games since James Harden been there. And they've been on fire. And then they go and they get Blake Griffin. And then they turn around and they get LaMarcus Aldridge. They really trying to win a championship. Like, they're really trying to run away with this. And I can't say that I'm mad at it, honestly. Like, I know a lot of people were, like, pissed off when LeBron James went to Miami and brought Chris Bosh with him. Can't nobody say nothing to LeBron James no more. Like, what the Brooklyn Nets are doing, like, they're on an overload. Like, you have 6 players on that team who has been all NBA at least 3 times. You have three or 4 people on there who've been all NBA at least 6 times. And the fact that the Brooklyn Nets are loaded up like this shows me that they really want a championship in Brooklyn, in New York. Like, look, New York basketball ain't seen a championship since the New York Knicks in 1979. So the fact that the Brooklyn Nets are trying to do something about it, to be honest, it's cool with me. It's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's no doubt in my mind now that this season is a championship or bust. Like, definite. Like, they have to go to the NBA Finals now. They have to. And in terms of what just happened in the West not too long ago, the Lakers went and got Andre Drummond. They got who they wanted. And it's sad that, they got this at a time where both LeBron and AD is out. And hopefully, he'll be enough to hold up in the playoff rankings until LeBron comes back. Because Lord knows we don't know when AD is returning or if he's even out for the season. We don't know that. But I don't know what the Lakers are going to do with the Clippers now that Rondo's over there. And that's what the Clippers been missing this entire season. Since last year. Like, Kawhi Leonard's not a point guard. Yeah, he leads their team in assists, but that's not what his game is. Pat Beverly ain't no point guard. And Lou Will was the closest thing that they had to a point guard, but that's only because he's 6'2". Like, he's a shooting guard in a point guard's body. So that might have been the best. Like, to me, during the trade deadline, that was probably the best one, because with Rondo there, it's gonna give Kawhi Leonard and Paul George a lot more room to work. Like, Rondo is especially when it comes playoff time. Playoff Rondo is a real thing. Like, I don't know if people are trying to shit on it, but playoff Rondo is a real thing. And now that the Clippers have who they've been missing since last year, I don't know what the Lakers are gonna do with that, to be honest with you. Like, but the dream scenario, right, is that the Clippers will probably get the second the second, maybe third seed, right? For this scenario, right? Let's say the Clippers get the third seed because the Phoenix Suns have been balling too, and I don't see them losing a lot more games, honestly. So the Clippers get third seed, and the Lakers with Andre Drummond somehow they stick to like the seventh or eighth seed. So let's say if the Clippers can get the third seed and the Lakers can get the seventh seed when LeBron James come back, at least like they can still meet in the conference finals. Like they can like it can still happen. You know, cause you know, okay, the 1 versus the 8, 2, 2 versus 7. Like, well, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, it can still happen. Yeah, it can still happen. Yeah. Like, they can still meet in the conference finals. So, I hope that does happen this year because the Clippers dropped the ball with that last year. So, hopefully it happens this year because I still don't believe in Utah Jazz. I still don't believe in them. So, I hope for our sake that the Lakers and Clippers finally meet up in the conference finals. Hopefully, LeBron James is completely healthy by the time the playoffs roll around. And in terms of the East, Brooklyn better be in the finals. Like they're like they can't get away with not making it to the finals. Like they can't get away with that. Like I know Stephen A. Smith is gonna have a field day tomorrow. Shannon Sharp is gonna have a field day tomorrow because we all remember the year LeBron James got crucified for going to Miami, then going back to Cleveland with Kyrie and Kevin Love, and then now coming to the Lakers and getting AD his second year. LeBron James ain't do this, so can't nobody else say anything bad about what LeBron James did, because what the Brooklyn Nets are doing is on a whole nother level. On a whole nother level. And maybe it's because they lost a lot of their depth getting James Harden, but it worked out for them. So hopefully basketball is going to be pretty interesting for the next month and a half. We'll see what the Lakers do with that. But Brooklyn, y'all better make it to the finals.